Well, as a working professional musician, I'm always looking to improve my live gigs. And with that in mind, today I'm going to talk about two, possibly three products that I tried out. And hopefully this will help you make your choices. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to talk about here is the BASN. And these are the dual driver monitor headphones. Many times when I'm at a gig, the monitor mix is wonky or there is no monitor and you got to play off the main. And any of my guys that follow my channel that are pro players as well know exactly what I'm talking about. The other thing I'm going to review today also briefly is the Lekato wireless 2.4 gigahertz wireless receivers. So we got this and this. And one other thing, there is another review I did of these as well. And inside this box is the Amazon Basics 2.4 gigahertz wireless guitar system, which I've tried live. And I'm going to throw a couple of thoughts in on that as well. So, without further ado, as Shakespeare would say, let's get the close-up on this or break it down a little bit for you. And we'll take it from there. Okay, so first things first, the wireless monitors comes in a very nice zip-up case, so you can throw it into your gig bag and not worrying about it being crunched up. Inside you get a rather long cable for connecting left and right, and then of course it has the input that goes into the wireless transmitter, and I will get into that in a second as well. It also comes with a headset adapter for your cell phone. I don't need that. And a very, very broad selection. Let's see if I can get my camera to focus. Alright. A very broad selection of earpieces. I have on mine, I've been using the black foam earpiece, and I think that's the best one. It kind of expands and it blocks out all the sound. The first thing I'd like to show you guys, and again I hope my camera does a close-up on this, is these are the dual driver ear monitors. And as I said, you can see I've got the black expandable foam on there. And there they are, left and right. And this is a dual drive monitor. Now what it does is it just sits right inside the ear, obviously, and they recommend if you want to pull back on your ear like this and sort of seat it in there. But I found they have a really nice fit, and when I attach it with the cable, I just run the cable over my back. Sometimes people put it inside their shirt, and which I recommend because when I was playing out live with this, this was getting tangled up in my guitar, so I'd have to run that down, and I put the belt pack right in my pocket. But I'll get to that in a second as well. But here it was. I just plugged it right in. Very simple. It inserts into this small little hole here, connects just like that, and you're in business. It also has on the cable, which connects the headsets left and right, you can go mono, you can go stereo. It has this little bendable part that holds its shape. And what that does is that when you insert it and you get it into the position where you need it to be, you can loop it over the back of the ear and it holds snug just like that. Let's go a little bit deeper. So with this, there's really not a lot to talk about in terms of efficacy of it. They did what they were supposed to do. I did one set, I wore left and right, and it was great. I could hear everything in the mix. The only downside is it absolutely will cut off the ambience on the stage mix, or excuse me, it will cut off the ambience of the live stage. So you're going to hear just headset or headphones only coming from the mixing board. Not a problem, but I like a little bit of an ambience. So on the second set, I believe, or the third set that night, I just wore one. I tried the left ear, and then I tried it in the right ear, and just so that I can have my monitor going on here, vocals, bass, guitar, drums, the whole bit, and then have an ambience going on here. Now this particular performance, and this may be relevant to you guys, I was playing stage right. so I was closest to the main speakers over here. These were working basically as adjunctive. So again, like I said, I put the first one in my left ear, left the right ear open for ambience, and then of course I used the right ear blocking off the mains, and then use the left ear for ambience. And like I said before, guys, these really do cut out so much of the room ambience and the room tone. But aside from that, it was really, really successful. I didn't blow out my voice singing or anything. I could hear everything I was playing, and I think they're fantastic. I would recommend getting the dual drivers, though. That does make a big difference in terms of handling bass and drums and the lower frequencies on the guitar and the vocals. All right, let's move on to the next one, shall we? So the next thing on my hit list, you can look at that two different ways. You could say that I was going to just destroy a product, which I'm not, or you could say a hit list like Top 40. I like that one better. We are going to now talk about the Lekato, I think that's how you say it, Lekato, and this is the matching pair of the 2.4 gig wireless transmitters, and these work in adjunct with the BASN dual drive earphone monitors. These are very simple. They charge up via a USB cable. And the cool thing about this, guys, and believe it or not, this is extremely cool. If you're at the gig and you forgot, oh my God, I forgot to power them up, you just go out to your car in between a set or whatever, or as you drive to the gig, and you plug this into your lighter, whatever it is in your car, your USB out, and you charge them up en route. Simply plugs in right here and right here, plugs in right there, very simple. I doubt you guys need instructions for that, because if you do, you're watching the wrong channel. Really. Anyway, this is what it is. They power up, and that's that. Now the simple thing here, and again, all you have to do is there's a little blue button on the side here, and it's so simple, guys. But I'll do it anyway. I'll help you out with this here. So there's a blue button, and my stupid camera's not focusing. Sony, of course. Hold down the blue button here, and hold down the blue button here. One is a receiver and one is a transmitter. I hold this one down, green, red, it's searching. I hold this one down, boom, and they pair it up just like that. There it is, easy peasy. So that's it. I'm going to turn this off for a second and turn this one off as well. And all you do is you just hold down the blue or the green switch on the side here, and it will automatically shut off. Blue is mono, green is stereo. Now the only thing about that kind of struck me as being questionable, and again, I'm just a guitar player and a vocalist, I'm not a tech head. It plugs into the transmitter right there. It's a mini phone into either another mini phone, if you'd like, here, or it comes with a 1/4 inch tip ring sleeve cord. And all you do is you just plug this right into the send or the channel out or anything that is passive. You don't want to put any kind of amplification through this, obviously. Plug it into the mixer. Everything that's coming out of the mixer will go to this, and it'll go right to your headsets. And again, like I said, it's searching. I turn this one on mono. It starts to search here. And again, when they're paired up, they both stop flashing. There it is. Simple as that. And you can go through, there's channels as well if you push these. The other thing I want to show you real fast, guys, is on the side of the receiver, which is what comes from the mixer into the monitors. And this is what it connects to. We have a volume button, plus and minus on the side. And then you can just drop it back if you want. Volume up, all the way, volume down in case the mix is too loud. Pretty simple. I really like these. The only thing that I would complain, and again I'm not really complaining, would be this clip on the back of it. You can see it's rather small. You can look at it in comparison to my fingertip. It's not. But it does clip on things rather simple, you know, just clips it wherever. I'm clipping it on my shirt. I would never wear this on my shirt at a gig. One last thing about these, I think I paid $40 for these, $90 for this, for the headset with the carrying case, cables, cords, ear things, etc. All in all though, guys, I will say this much, and I'm going to do a close-up, sort of lay it out here, very makeshift on a bench, just to show you what you would get. Cell phone cable, monitor cable, the 2 dual driver monitors, speakers, earpiece, charger, multiple sizes for different ears, the cleaning brush, 1/4-inch tip ring sleeve, adapter, and a carrying case. All on Amazon, of course, and like I said, I'll post all the price for all of this down on the description. What you get with this basically is the receiver, the transmitter, the charger with the USB. You can also put that into a wall wart and charge it out of the wall if you want to. A spare cable and a mini jack into a tip ring sleeve 1/4-inch input for the mixer if that's what it needs. Or you can go tip ring sleeve to other adapters. But that's basically what it is, guys. Really good product. Very clean, very simple, very easy to use. So there it is. All right. And this is the Amazon 2.4 gigahertz wireless guitar system. Equally impressive. The only thing I noticed about these, and I said this in a previous review, is I had a little bit of a drop off in terms of tone. Lost a little bass, lost some treble, I don't know. But for what it does, it's perfectly fine. And these, again, this is the wireless. It's 2.4. It's very simple, on off. You can flip through your channels here. It's got the charger, and then the 1/4-inch, which goes into your mixer or your amp or your guitar, bass, etc. is flexible. You can move it around different positions. It's pretty simple. It does what it's supposed to do. It's a wireless guitar system, rather inexpensive, and it worked. I tried it out live, didn't have really any complaints. All right, guys, let's back it out. But all in all, I'm really, really happy. I looked around everywhere and I found these videos that were very confusing. So here's my closing thoughts. 1, affordable. 2, gig tested, and they worked out perfectly fine. I have no complaints at all. I actually feel like once I get a better mixer at different shows, I'll actually get an even better signal in the monitoring. Plenty loud enough, plenty of clarity. I got no complaints at all. The only thing is that, like I said, this clip and the cable can be a little obtuse. You might want to figure out a way to lock that down. Maybe even take a piece of black duct tape and just tape it to your shirt or the back of the shirt, you know, whatever. But that's about it, guys. Any closing comments or thoughts or anything you need answered, I'll do my best to get back to you as soon as possible. Other than that, I hope this helps all of you. Have a great day. Go do something good for yourself. Do something good for somebody else. And I'll see you on the next one. Rock on, brothers.